Well, back to school is just around the corner, and one nonprofit is preparing by expanding its free tutoring program, and they're looking for help. And they do great, important work. That help could come from you watching this right now. Joining me now, Tutoring Chicago Executive Director Sandy Merrick and Vice Chair of the Board of Directors, Dr. Clifton Clark. Thank you both for your advocacy and for being here with us on the stream.
Good morning. Thanks for having us.
Good morning.
Good morning. Sandy, let's start with you. Tutoring Chicago started 58 years ago. Point blank, what do you guys do at the ground level?
Well, we're a nonprofit organization that does one-on-one free tutoring to Chicago students. We serve about over 1,000 students a year. And like you said, we've been around for over almost 60 years, and we're like the best kept secret in Chicago.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Dr. Clark, you sit on the Board of Trustees. You are also a weekly tutor because you have so much extra time, I'm sure, with doctoring on the side, whatnot. Having grown up here, tell me a little bit about your story, briefly, if you could. Your story, anecdotally, and tell me how you know, what you've seen in the transformation of students you tutor.
Yeah, I grew up on the South Side. I'm a Chicagoan. I grew up just being taught the value of education and how life-changing it can be. And over the last 3 years, I decided, I wanted to be able to provide, give that back to the community. And I understand that some kids have been struggling over the last few years. Obviously, the new environment, sometimes remote learning, has made it difficult for young kids to actually succeed in school. And so I thought it'd be a great idea for me to potentially give back as a tutor and become involved in a great organization like Tutoring Chicago.
Sandy, there's some numbers that show just the efficacy of this program. According to one study, more than 90% of teachers say their students performed better. Not anecdotally, empirical data. 90% do better in the classroom after they get tutoring from your group. Why?
Well, one-on-one tutoring has just such a bigger impact. They have personal learning, it's customized learning, and so they also see increased scores in reading, in math, in self-confidence. Tutors are also a mentor and really a great person in their life. So it's been really successful.
Now, Dr. Clark, I mean, how easy is it to become a tutor? And if you're someone like me, I'm kind of like, well, what do I have to offer these young minds? I'm not I'm barely a bachelor's of arts, barely. You obviously have several more degrees, so, but tell me about, like, what's the time commitment? What do you actually tutor? Do you do science, math, life lessons, mentorship? I mean, take me into the weeds a little bit of how it works.
I really had no experience as a tutor either. I was actually pretty nervous coming in, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
So, Brad, I felt like, geez, am I going to be able to be an effective tutor myself? Really anybody who's 18 or older, no experience necessary, can come in and be an effective tutor. Tutoring Chicago, we provide all the resources necessary to actually become an effective tutor. And I was just surprised on the training and the resources that were available to help us become good tutors. I mean, right from the very beginning, and they make you feel very comfortable doing it. So anyone really 18 or over who has a desire to commit maybe 90 minutes a week. Really the great thing about it is, you can see that we have one student for the entire year. You develop that relationship with them. You get pretty good at it very quickly, amazingly. Really, it becomes more and more rewarding the more you do it because you see that the kids really just gain so much from it. So anyone can do it. I recommend anybody go to our tutoringchicago.org website, and you'll see kind of what you got to do in order to become a tutor and go for it.
I like that. So it's kind of one-on-one, so you get the reward, doctor, of of seeing that personal growth, seeing your investment pay off throughout the year, if you will. One last plug. Where do you go to sign up?
tutoringchicago.org.
Tutoringchicago.org.
Yes.
Okay. Doctor, what are you a doctor of?
I'm a pulmonary and critical care physician.
Jeez.
Been doing it for quite a many years.
Well, bless you. That's like 6 more degrees than me. Good luck to both of you. Thank you for the work you're doing. Sandy Merrick, Executive Director of Tutoring Chicago, and Dr. Clifton Clark, MD, Vice Chair of Tutoring Chicago Board of Trustees, and a weekly tutor. Thank you both for walking the walk. I talk the talk, that's for sure, but you guys are walking the walk, and we thank you for doing that and being with us, and good luck this year.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for having us.
Again, anyone 18 or older can sign up to be a tutor. No experience required. Training and lesson plans will be provided. It's a 90-minute commitment per week. Sessions can be held in person at 3 Chicago locations or online. There's no excuse here. To learn more, again, tutoringchicago.org.